What can you do? Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today I'll be talking about the New York Jets versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and it was a wild one. Before we get started today, I just wanted to mention you can follow on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. And if you haven't already, please make sure to check out the Just Jets podcast, wherever it is you consume your podcast. You could subscribe, call in, appreciate all the love and support there as well. Lastly, this video is brought to you by LinkedIn. These days, it could be hard to find and hire the right candidates for your small business. That's why LinkedIn Jobs made it easier to find the people you want to talk to faster and for free. You can create a free job post in just minutes, on LinkedIn Jobs to reach your network and beyond to the world's largest professional network of over 770 million people. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the candidates you want to talk to faster. Did you know nearly 40 million job seekers visit LinkedIn every single week? You can post your job for free at linkedin.com/MO, linkedin.com/MO. Terms and conditions may apply. Well, it was a fun one. Let's hop right into this game. Jets started off pretty hot, a great opening possession, a huge run from Michael Carter for 55 yards right off the top just about, and unfortunately he would leave with a concussion and would not return to this game, but he came out flying out of the gate. Braxton Berrios, man, the rise of Braxton Berrios just continues. They had a trick play. It looked like it was going to be a Philly. He had an option to throw to Zach Wilson, but didn't, just ran it in off the direct snap to, it was originally direct snap to Michael Carter, who kind of pitched it to Braxton, who ran it in for the end zone. So they are up 7-0. Now, Tampa Bay just marches right down the field. They're kind of dinking and dunking. You had Mike Evans score a touchdown here. He was able to beat Bryce Hall, who started off really weak, kind of like he did against Houston, but then came on strong in the second half of that game and played pretty well, I thought. But the Jets would come right back down the field again. A confident looking drive, Jets moving the ball. Zach Wilson finds Braxton Berrios, who dives into the end zone for a touchdown. Jets up 14-7 to Braxton Berrios. Touchdowns on 2 possessions. Love it. Bucs start to drive. They're moving the ball a little bit, but the Jets hold them to just 3. Defense looked pretty good in the first half, 14-10. Jets offense doesn't do too much on this one. They take a couple of shots. Chuma Edoga comes in for the injured George Fant, and oh my God, that was the turning point of this game. Chuma Edoga is so goddamn bad. It's unbelievable. He was a turnstile at left tackle, so the Jets would have to punt after an Edoga holding. Michael Carter II would then sack Tom Brady. Jets get off the field on defense. Hey, they're looking pretty good. And then an absolute drive killer here on the next possession for the New York Jets. A beautiful throw from Zach Wilson to Keelan Cole on the sideline on third down. Just drop. That's 2 big drops today from the New York Jets in the first half of this game, mind you. Just unbelievable. Frustrating. The wide receivers, not named Braxton Berrios, could not catch the football today. It was just unbelievably frustrating. But nonetheless, they end up punting back, and Brandon Echols would get an interception of Tom Brady before the half, and Zach Wilson gets the Jets into field goal range, and they kick a field goal to go up 17-10 at the half. Now, out of the half, Jensen gets a little chippy. First play, or one of the first plays actually, kind of gets in the face of John Franklin Myers. Right after that, does it again, gets flagged. The Bucs have to punt because of that. Wilson strike to Cole on the next possession, like a really strong throw, puts him inside the 1. Zach Wilson was dealing for a good chunk of this game. Ty Johnson would punch it in. Jets up by 14 in the third quarter. Things looking good, 24-10. But then here come the Bucs. Now, things start to get a little bit weird here. The Jets allow a 3rd and 20 conversion, which is just unbelievably frustrating because this defense can't get off the field. The Bucs end up going for it on 4th and goal. Touchdown to Cameron Brate, 24-17. Also on this drive on a 3rd down, Antonio Brown quit on his team mid-game. Yes, that really happened. I'm sure you've seen it covered all over the internet. He took off his pads, threw his shirt into the stands, ran off the field shirtless, hyped up the crowd. It was just unbelievable. They get this guy out of the league. He is such a pain in the ass. He's so annoying. I'm just over all the Antonio Brown stuff. Jets punt on the next possession. They do nothing. Chuma Edoga just got beat like a drum. Brandon Echols would get hurt on the next possession here. Bryce Hall, deflection on Mike Evans, a nice play. Tampa Bay punts. Once again, offensive line does nothing for the Jets. They go 3 and out in this spot. And then Braden Mann, the gift that keeps on giving, just an absolute shank in the worst possible time, gives great field position. Then you would get, thankfully, a drop from Johnson, which would lead the Bucs to kick a field goal to make it 24-20 instead of picking up the first down. We'll give them first and goal at the 1. Instead, they kick the field goal and make it 24-20. Jets get the ball. They're moving it well. Finally, after struggling in the last few possessions here because of how bad the offensive line was, they pick up a couple of first downs. They get it down to 2 minutes, 17 seconds. Now, it's 4th and 2. The Jets decide to go for it. They line up. They have to take a timeout because they get to line and there was 2 seconds left on the play clock. I thought, okay, maybe they're just trying to get him to jump off sides. You take the timeout and they're going to set up and kick the field goal. They then decide to go out and go for it. And okay, I get it. You want to be aggressive? Fine. I would have kicked the field goal. I think that would have been my gut reaction, but I don't hate going for it. What I hate is the play call. A 4th and 2 quarterback sneak. Mike LaFleur, man, who was just having a wonderful game for the New York Jets, has been great since Halloween, turned into a pumpkin. It was so frustrating because Robert Saleh had this team going, and just, I don't know, didn't love the decision to go for it. But if you want to go for it, fine. But that can't be the play call you draw up on 4th and 2. It just can't. And then, you know what was going to happen. Tom Brady, dink and dunk and dink and dunk and dink, and then a little bit of a big gain, and then he finds Grayson deep over the top of Elijah Riley with 15 seconds left, 28-24, and that would do it. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady completes the comeback. Am I frustrated? I guess a little bit, but I mean, I tweeted, I had fun watching this game, and just don't do that shit when these games actually start to mean something, because the Jets, they blew that game right there with the decision to go for it, or the play call at least. Like I said, if you want to be aggressive and go for it and go for the win, fine. But that can't be the play call. It just can't. The biggest storylines from this game now turn into Antonio Brown being a complete psychopath and the Jets' decision to go for it on 4th and 2 and then run a quarterback sneak. But it's hard to get mad. I didn't think the Jets would be this competitive. They gave you, like, let's be real here. You could be frustrated that the Jets lost this game, but no one should be beside themselves or ridiculously upset. You just shouldn't. The Jets really had no business being in this game. And your young quarterback, without his top 3 receivers, no Elijah Moore, no Corey Davis, no Jamison Crowder, without his starting center, then loses his left tackle in the game, goes punch for punch with Tom Brady and plays a pretty damn good game. I'll take it. I'll pull up the numbers right now, but he ended up playing pretty good football, I thought. 19 of 33, 234 passing yards, 7.1 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, no turnovers. Again, hasn't thrown an interception in weeks now. That's good. He's up to, 8 touchdowns to 3 turnovers since returning from injury. These are clear positive signs of progression. And if you don't want to look at it that way, that's fine. I'm not going to be able to change your mind, but the Jets were competitive today against a Super Bowl contending team, and their young quarterback at 22 years old looked good, and they had him in a position to win the game. They were a couple of plays away from winning this game. So this, you know what this game is? It reminds me of Green Bay in 2018. That's exactly what it was. So whatever. Jets lost. Who cares? One more game to go. They got Buffalo in week 18. We'll have you covered throughout the week. Subscribe here if you're new. Sound off in the comments. You guys know the drill. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.
Wow.